Human biology, human organ system, human body, the wonders of human disease. The human body contains 5 organs that are considered vital for survival. If any of the 5 vital organs stop functioning, the death of the organism is imminent without medical intervention. They are the heart, brain, kidneys, liver, and lungs. The heart is located in the center of the chest, and its function is to keep blood flowing through the body. Blood carries substances to cells that they need and also carries away waste from cells. The brain is located in the head and functions as the body's control center. It is the set of all thoughts, memories, perceptions, and feelings. The 2 kidneys are located in the back of the abdomen on either side of the body. Their function is to filter blood and form urine, which is excreted from the body. The liver is located on the right side of the abdomen. It has many functions, including filtering blood, secreting bile that is needed for digestion, and producing proteins necessary for blood clotting. The 2 lungs are located on either side of the upper chest. Their main function is exchanging oxygen and carbon dioxide with the blood. The human body consists of 11 organ systems, each of which contains several specific organs. An organ is a unique anatomic structure consisting of groups of tissues that work in concert to perform specific functions. Number 1. Integumentary system. Organs of the integumentary system include the skin, hair, and nails. The skin is the largest organ in the body. It encloses and protects the body and is the site of many sensory receptors. The skin is the body's first defense against pathogens, and it also helps regulate body temperature and eliminate waste in sweat. Number 2. The skeletal system consists of bones, joints, teeth. The bones of the skeletal system are connected by tendons, ligaments, and cartilage. Function of the skeletal system includes supporting of the body and giving it shape. Along with the muscular system, the skeletal system enables the body to move. The bones of the skeletal system also protect internal organs, store calcium, and produce red and white blood cells. Muscular system. The muscular system consists of 3 different types of muscles. Skeletal muscles, which are attached to bones by tendons and allow voluntary movements of the body. Smooth muscles tissues control the involuntary movements of the organs, such as the organs of the digestive system, allowing food to move through the system. Smooth muscles and blood vessels allow vasoconstriction and vasodilation, and thereby help body temperature. Cardiac muscle tissues control the involuntary beating of the heart, allowing it to pump blood in the blood vessels of the cardiovascular system. The nervous system includes the brain and spinal cord, which make up the central through the rest of the body. The nervous system controls both voluntary and involuntary responses of the human organism and also detects and processes sensory information. Number 5. The endocrine system is made up of glands that secrete hormones into the blood, which carry the hormones throughout the body. Endocrine hormones are chemical messengers that control many body functions, including metabolism, growth, and sexual development. The master gland of the endocrine system is a pituitary gland, which produces hormones that control other endocrine glands. Some of the other endocrine glands include the pancreas, thyroid gland, and adrenal gland. Number 6. Cardiovascular system. The cardiovascular system, also called circulatory system, includes the heart, blood, and 3 types of blood vessels: arteries, veins, and capillaries. The heart pumps blood, which travel through the blood vessels. The main function of cardiovascular system is transport oxygen from the lungs and nutrients from the digestive system and transported to cells throughout the body. Carbon dioxide and other waste materials are picked up from the cells and transported to organs such as the lungs and kidneys for elimination from the body. The cardiovascular system also equalizes the body temperature and transport endocrine hormones to cells in the body where they are needed. Number 7. The urinary system includes the pair of kidneys which filter excess water and a waste product called urea from the blood and from urine. Two tubes called ureters carry the urine from the kidneys to the urinary bladder, which stores the urine until it's excreted to the body through another tube and named the urethra. The kidneys also produce an enzyme called renin and a variety of hormones. These substances help regulate blood pressure, the production of red blood cells, and the balance of calcium and phosphorus in the body. Number 8. Respiratory system. Organs and other structures of respiratory include the nasal passages, lungs, and a long tube called the trachea, which carries air between the nasal passages and lungs. The main function of the respiratory system is to deliver oxygen to the blood and remove carbon dioxide from the body. Gases are exchanges between the lungs and blood across the walls of capillaries lining tiny air sacs alveoli in the lungs. Number 9. The lymphatic system is sometimes considered to be part of the immune system. It consists of a network of lymph vessels and ducts that collects excess fluids called lymph from extracellular spaces in tissues and transport the fluid to the bloodstream. The lymphatic system also includes many small collections of tissues called lymph nodes and an organ called the spleen, both of which remove pathogens and cellular debris from the lymph or blood. Number 10. The digestive system consists of several organs including the mouth, esophagus, stomach, and small and large intestine that form a long tube called the gastrointestinal tract. Food moves through this tract where it is digested, its nutrients absorbed, and its waste product excreted. The digestive system includes accessory organs such as pancreas and liver that produce enzymes and other substances needed for digestion, but through which food does not actually pass. Number 11. Male and female reproductive system. The reproductive system of an organism, also known as the genital system, is the biological system made up of anatomical organs involved in sexual reproduction. Many non-living substances such as fluids, hormones, pheromones are also important accessories to the reproductive system. The organs of the male reproductive systems are specialized for the following function: to produce, maintain, and transport the male cell's protective fluid or semen, to discharge sperm within the female reproductive tract, to produce and secrete male hormones. External structures of male reproductive organs. Penis. The penis is the male organ for sexual intercourse. It has three parts: the roots, which attaches to the wall of the abdomen, the body or shaft, and the glans, which is the cone-shaped end of the penis. The glans, which also called the head of the penis, is covered with a loose layer of skin called foreskin. Number 2 is scrotum. The scrotum is the loose pouch-like sac of skin that hangs behind the penis. It contains the testicles, also called testes, as well as many nerves and blood vessels. The scrotum has a protective function and acts as a climate control system for the testes. For the normal sperm development, the testes must be at a temperature slightly cooler than the body temperature. Special muscles in the wall of the scrotum allow it to contract, tighten, and relax, moving the testicles closer to the body or warmth and protection or farther away from the body to cool the temperature. Number 3 is testicles or testes. The testes are oval organs about the size of every large olives that lie in the scrotum, secured at either end by a structure called the spermatic cord. Most men have 2 testes. The testes are responsible for making testosterone, the primary male sex hormone, and for producing sperm. Within the testes are coiled masses of tubes called seminiferous tubules. These tubules are responsible for producing the sperm cells through a process called spermatogenesis. Number 4 is epididymis. The epididymis is a long coiled tube that rests on the backside of each testicles. The functions in the carrying and storage of the sperm cells that are produced in the testes. Its job is to bring the sperm to maturity. Since the sperm that emerge from the testes are immature and incapable of fertilization, during sexual arousal, contractions force the sperm into the vas deferens. Internal structures of male reproductive organs. One is vas deferens. It is a long muscular tube that travels from epididymis into the pelvic cavity to just behind the bladder. The vas deferens transport mature sperm to the urethra in preparation for ejaculation. Two is ejaculatory ducts. These are formed by the fusion of the vas deferens and the seminal vesicles. The ejaculatory ducts empty into the urethra. Number 3 is the urethra. It is the tube that carries urine from the bladder to outside of the body. In males, it has additional function of expelling, ejaculating semen when the man reaches orgasm. When the penis is erect during sex, the flow of urine is blocked from the urethra, allowing only semen to be ejaculated at orgasm. Number 4 is seminal vesicles. The seminal vesicles are sac-like pouches that attach to the vas deferens near the vas of the bladder. The seminal vesicle produces a sugar-rich fluid, fructose, that provides sperm with a source energy and helps with a sperm's motility or ability to move. The fluid of the seminal vesicles makes up most of the volume of a man's ejaculatory fluid or ejaculate. Number 5 is prostate gland. It's a walnut-sized structure that is located below the urinary bladder in front of the rectum. The prostate gland contributes additional fluid to the ejaculate. Prostate fluid also helps to nourish the sperm. The urethra, which carries the ejaculate to be expelled during orgasm, runs through the center of prostate gland. 6 is the bulbourethral glands, or Cowper's glands, are pea-sized structures located on the sides of urethra just below the prostate gland. These glands produce a clear, slippery fluid that empties directly through the urethra. This fluid serves to lubricate the urethra and to neutralize any acidity that may be present due to residual drops of urine in the urethra. Female reproductive system. Its functions include producing female gametes called egg, secreting female sex hormones such as estrogen, providing a site of fertilization, gestating a fetus if fertilization occurs, giving birth to a baby, and breastfeed the baby after birth. The external female reproductive structures is to enable sperm to enter the body and protect the internal genital organs from infectious organisms. The main external structures of the female reproductive system include labia majora. The labia majora enclose and protect the other external reproductive organs, literally translated as large lips. The labia majora are relatively large and fleshy and are comparable to the scrotum in males. The labia majora contains sweat and oil-secreting glands. After puberty, the labia majora are covered with hair. Labia minora, literally translated as small lips. The labia minora can be very small or up to 2 inches wide. They lie inside the labia majora and surround the openings to vagina, the canal that joins the lower part of the uterus of the outside of the body, and urethra, the tube that carries urine from the bladder to the outside of the body. Bartholin's gland. These glands are located inside the vaginal opening and produce a fluid, mucus secretion. Clitoris. The two labia minora meet up the clitoris, a small sensitive protrusion that is comparable to the penis in males. The clitoris is covered by a fold of skin called the prepuce, which similar to the foreskin at the end of the penis. The internal female reproductive organs are vagina. The vagina is a canal that joins the cervix, the lower part of uterus, to the outside of the body. It also known as the birth canal. Uterus or womb. The uterus is a hollow pear shape that is the home of the developing fetus. The uterus is divided into two parts, the cervix, which is the lower part that opens into vagina, and the main body of the uterus called the corpus. The corpus can easily expand to hold a developing baby. A channel through the cervix allows sperm to enter and menstrual blood to exit. Ovaries. The ovaries are small oval-shaped glands that are located on either side of the uterus. The ovaries produce eggs and hormones. Fallopian tube. These are narrow tubes that are attached to the upper part of the uterus and serve as tunnels for the oval egg cells to travel from the ovaries to the uterus. Human disease. There are a variety of people developing a disease, exposure to a bacteria or a virus, consuming contaminated water, or food-borne nutrition. Genetic factors, exposure to certain chemicals, unformed environmental factors such as breathing in secondhand, cigarettes, smoke, and asbestos. Bacteria are single-celled organisms and they are normally found inside and outside of the body, except in the blood and spinal fluid. Most bacteria are beneficial, but some bacteria can cause disease. Harmful bacteria are often referred to as germs because they can cause disease such as early infections, pneumonia, and strep throat. When bacteria cause infections, antibiotic prescribed by your doctor will typically destroy the harmful bacteria. Antibiotics should only be taken when prescribed by a doctor because one of the side effects is that antibiotics can also destroy the beneficial bacteria in the body. Over 100 species bacteria live in the large intestine and colon. This type of bacteria helps process food and keep harmful bacteria traveling up the digestive tract and harming other parts of the body. When bacteria in the colon and large intestine are disturbed, people can experience symptoms like constipation, gas, or diarrhea. While gas is a byproduct of digestion, excessive gas accompanied by other symptoms may require medical treatment. Viruses are infectious agents that must live inside the host cell to survive and replicate. As a virus replicates, it will take over more and more cells. Your immune system is responsible for fighting the infection caused by virus since viruses don't respond to antibiotics. For some viral infections like HIV, there are antiviral medications available that help slow the rate of the virus replication, but they can't kill it. Diseases can occur due to a defect in a single gene or in a set of genes. According to the degree of gene mutation, diseases are categorized into the following. Chromosomal diseases occur when the entire chromosome or large segments of a chromosome is missing, duplicated, or otherwise altered. Down syndrome is a prominent example of a chromosomal abnormality. Single gene disorders occur when an alteration occurs in a gene causing one gene to stop working. An example of a single gene disorders is sickle cell anemia. Multifactorial disorders occur as a result of mutation in multiple genes, frequently coupled with environmental causes. An example of a multifactorial disorder is diabetes. Mitochondrial disorders are rare disorders caused by mutations in non-chromosomal DNA located within the mitochondria. The mitochondria are subcellular organelles. These disorders can be found to affect any part of the body, including the brain and the muscles. Genes are also known to play a role in the occurrence of infectious diseases like tuberculosis and AIDS, as well as some non-communicable diseases like cancer and diabetes. List of human diseases. Cardiovascular diseases is a general term for condition affecting the heart or blood vessels. It is usually associated with a build of fatty deposits inside the arteries and increased risk of blood clots. Mental illness are health conditions involving changes in emotions, thinking, or behavior. Mental illnesses are associated with distress and problems functioning in social, work, or family activities. Congenital heart disease is a general term for a range of birth defects that affects the normal way that heart works. The term congenital means the condition is present from birth. Congenital heart disease is one of the most common types of birth defect, affecting up to 8 in every 1,000 babies born in the UK. Nervous system diseases. Brain and nervous system problems are common. These neurological disorders include multiple sclerosis, Alzheimer's disease, Parkinson's diseases, epilepsy, and stroke, and can affect memory and ability to perform daily activities. Digestive system disease. A digestive disease is any health problem that occurs in the digestive tract. Conditions may range from mild to serious. Some common problems include heartburn, cancer, irritable bowel syndrome, and lactose intolerance. Nutritional disease. Any of the nutrient-related diseases and conditions that causes illness in humans. They may include deficiencies or excesses in the diet, obesity, and eating disorders, and chronic disease such as cardiovascular disease, hypertension, cancer, and diabetes mellitus. Respiratory disease. A type of disease that affects the lungs and other parts of the respiratory system. Respiratory disease may be caused by infection, by smoking tobacco, or by breathing in second tobacco smoke, radon, asbestos, or other forms of air pollution. Blood disease. Any disease of the blood involving the red blood cells, erythrocytes, white blood cells, leukocytes, or platelets, or the tissues in which these elements are formed, the bone marrow, lymph nodes, and spleen, or bleeding and blood clotting.